Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I have to hurry up with this intro because I have to go to work. So, I hope you enjoy this look. It's just a really orangey, coppery halo eye. I love this. It's super dramatic, super drama. So this is one of my first dramatic tutorials on my YouTube channel. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Everything, all of my social media and everything will be linked down in the description box for you guys to go and check out. Give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if there's any videos that you guys want to see in the future, go ahead and leave a comment down below. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this look, and I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial.
Okay, so first I'm going to be carving out my eyebrows and prepping my eyelids with my Tarte Mercier concealer. It's a really heavy beauty concealer, so I really like to use this to prime my eyelids and shape out my eyebrows because I do tend to have really oily eyelids, so my eyeshadow tends to move around if I don't do this. So I'm just setting that with a beauty blender. And blending that out around my eyes for my lower eyeshadow and my upper eyeshadow. And then I'm just setting that with my Mercier setting powder and a fluffy brush from e.l.f. and just going all over the eyelid and just setting that concealer that we put down. And we're doing this to both of our eyes, as you can see. Next, we're going to go in with the Morphe 350 matte palette, and we're just going to be taking this light orange shade on our Morphe blending brush. I'll have all the brushes that I use down below in order. And we're just going to take this, and we're going to start right above our crease and really go in with that pigment on that eyeshadow and just keep blending in circular motions over and over and over again, basically until your hand falls off. And we're just going to do the same thing to the other eye, and we're just really, really, really smoking this color out. Next, I'm going to go in with this dark reddish brown brick shade on another Morphe blending brush, and we're going to go right under that first light orange shade that we put in our crease, and we're going to be doing the same process, back and forth windshield wiper motions, back and forth windshield wiper motions, over and over and over, right in that crease. And I don't do my face makeup before, because if I don't do my face makeup before, I can be literally as sloppy as I want and bring out my eyeshadow as far as I want it. That way I get the desired shape of my eyeshadow that I would like. And we're just doing this over and over and over again. Blending, blending. And now we're just going to flick that eyeshadow up and go in with a bright orange shade on our Morphe M433 blending brush. And we're going to focus this into our outer corner of our eye. And then we're going back in with a smaller Morphe blending brush and taking a deeper shade and keeping this right on the outer edges of our eyelid, sorry. And then we're bringing that into our inner corner of our eyelid and connecting them with windshield wiper motions, blending windshield wiper motions. Then I'm going back in with that second Morphe blending brush that we used and just going over everything with no additional product on that brush. No additional product, just to get everything seamlessly blended out. Then I'm going to go in with this dark brown shade, and I'm going to apply this to our outer corner and inner corner of our eye to get that desired depth that we want for our halo eye. And we're just bringing these to the outer corner, inner corner, and connecting them at the top. As you can see, I'm leaving a little bit of space on my eyelid so we can go in with our eyelid shade, and that creates our halo eye. And we're just doing the same thing to the other eye and blending these shadows together in windshield wiper motions, back and forth. And then going back in with that second Morphe blending brush that we used and a baby puke shade and just going over literally every eyeshadow that we put on and blending them all together. I like to do this, that way it's just a nice transition for each color on our eyeshadow. And we're just going over that and blending it all together. Blend, 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 blend some more. Why not? And then going back in, I'm going to add a little bit more depth to our outer corner of our eye because sometimes you lose a little bit of our depth that we get by blending too much, and that's okay because you can always go back in with more product, but you can never take away. And just going back in and blending that all together. And this is really a process. I left a lot of eyeshadow clips into this video just to show you guys that this isn't, oh, 2 steps and done. It does take a process to get a beautiful eyeshadow look. It does. And that's okay. As long as you just stay dedicated to it and keep blending, you should get the look you desire, honey. Next, we're going to go in with this coppery shade. I use this shade from the Laura Lee palette. I forgot to show that, but it is a copper shade from the Laura Lee X Violet Voss palette. And we're just setting that on the center of our eyelids and then going back in with that precision blending brush from Morphe, adding a little bit more dark to the outer and inner corner and connecting it through the top. Going back in with that deep shade that we used in the beginning, I'm taking that on our first blending brush and just going over everything to bring some more orange back into that, because I didn't want the brown to really take over this eyeshadow look. I wanted this to be more of a coppery orange eyeshadow look with hints of brown. Next, I'm taking my face primer, which I've been obsessed with, the L'Oreal Perfecting Magic Base Primer. It really fills in all my pores and helps get rid of any texture I might have, because my face broke out so bad this past week, which is so weird, but that's okay. And then I'm going in with this Makeup Forever primer. I like this because it does have a green base to it, or a green tint to it, so it really does cancel out any redness I might have in my face. That way I don't really have to color correct a lot. Next, I'm going in with my NYX green color corrector, and I'm just putting that over spots that I might have some redness. That way it doesn't peek through our foundation. And then I'm taking I actually use my Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I forgot to show it, but that is what I've been obsessed with lately, is that Too Faced Born This Way foundation. And I'm just using that and taking it on a beauty blender and just dabbing it all over my face and blending it all over. And then see, in this part, I'm taking my beauty blender to get that desired look that I want for my eyeshadow, just because I did bring that out a little bit too far, but that's okay because we can fix it with our foundation and concealer. No big deal. Next, I noticed that my foundation was a little bit too light, so I took the same Too Faced Born This Way foundation in a darker shade, and I just patted it over the foundation that I had already had on. That's what I really love about this foundation, because you can layer it and layer it and layer it and layer it and it not get cakey. Next, I'm taking my Maybelline concealer and neutralizer, and I'm highlighting my high points of my face, like under eyes, bridge of the nose, forehead, cupid's bow, chin. And we're just going to blend that out with our damp beauty blender. Blend, blend, blend all of that together. My cat is going crazy right now. Next, I'm setting that with my Laura Mercier translucent powder. I like to set this all over my face because your girl gets oily, like I've said in previous videos. So I have to literally bake the hell out of my face in order for my makeup to last all day long. And I'm just going over literally every part of my face with this translucent powder, because it's one of the only things that does help my oiliness from peeking through my makeup. Next, I'm just taking my Velour Luminous Silk false lashes, curling my lashes, and applying some mascara. And I'm going to be applying these falsies. I like to apply my falsies by setting them in the middle, tucking one corner, the outer corner of my eyelash, and then tucking the inner corner of my eyelash. I find that's the easiest way to apply false lashes, and I do use tweezers, and I don't give a damn what you say. Next, I decided to take this loose glitter from NYX Cosmetics. I can't remember the name of the glitter, but it's just a coppery tone, and I just wanted to use this to add a little bit of emphasis to that lid shade. Next, I took my Marc Jacobs gel liner, and I lined my lower lash line, and I'm taking that dark rustic brown shade and smoking out my lower lash line. just with the e.l.f. Cosmetics eyeshadow brush. I really like this brush for my lower lash line because it really gets in there and produces the most color. Next, I'm taking that bright orange shade on our small definer Morphe brush, and I'm just sweeping that back and forth, back and forth, back and forth on our lower lash line, and blending that black eyeliner and our eyeshadows out together. Next, I'm taking my Bare Minerals skin finish powder and dusting away all that bakage that we have on our face. That way I can get some color and tanness back into my soul, honey. I was looking too pale, girlfriend. Too pale. Next, I'm taking this Maybelline Fit Me Powder. I was going to highlight the underneath my eyes with this, but as you can see coming up, I noticed that it just wasn't bright enough for what I wanted, so I'm going to go in with this banana powder and really brighten up the under eye because I lost a little bit of that brightness and highlighting from baking my face and putting that Bare Minerals skin finish powder back on. Next, I'm taking a white matte shade from the 350 matte palette and just highlighting my eyebrow bone. Then I'm going to be taking this bronze shade from the Carli Bybel palette and highlighting the inner corners of my eyes. Now for contouring, we're taking a Morphe brush with our Wet n Wild Bronze Duo palette, whatever the hell you want to call it. I think it's the Contour Duo or something like that. And we're just contouring our face how I normally would. And I like to contour my jawline, my cheekbones, yada yada. And then I clean it up with my beauty blender with no additional product on it. No additional product. Then I'm taking a NYX Cosmetics blush with a e.l.f. blush stipple brush. That was a mouthful, goddamn. But I'm just applying that to my apples of my cheeks, and then I'm taking that same Carli Bybel palette and that bronze highlighting shade, and that's what I'm going to be using to highlight my face with. And I'm doing, I really have noticed I like to highlight my Cupid's bow a lot now. I feel like it really defines my upper lip, and your girl got a small upper lip, so I need all the defining I can get. Next, I'm going in with Kat Von D's liquid lipstick in the shade Lolita 2, and I'm just applying that to my lips. Wow, I look so focused. It's so funny watching yourself sometimes, but hey, whatever. And yeah, and then I'm going back in with my NYX brow pencil. I didn't show my brows at the beginning because I feel like that's kind of boring. Just going over them and bringing some color back into it. And then I sprayed my face with Mario Badescu Rose Water. And that is the finished look, and I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I catch you guys on the next video. Thank you.